Today's topic is mastering SEO, essential strategies for fitness professionals. There are a lot of challenges faced by fitness professionals nowadays. The market, would you say, is more saturated than it's ever been, perhaps? Is that why it's really important, more so now than ever before, to really master SEO?
Absolutely, because SEO doesn't just count for Google. It counts on Instagram. It counts on TikTok. In fact, any other social media platform, because you've got to learn the basics of SEO, which is search engine optimization, to help you rank higher, irrespective of platform. Because you've got to learn how to use hashtags on Instagram. What keywords are you using on Instagram so people can find you? Because people are searching on these platforms too. People are searching on TikTok every single day for certain how-to elements. It's becoming more search engine-like. So you need to understand what SEO is, not just to be found on Google, but to be found across all the social media platforms and know the nuances between each and every single one. But to go back to the question of,
I was going to say, are there differences between how you use Facebook, Instagram, TikTok? Are there subtle differences in terms of SEO?
yes, absolutely. So in terms of how you use it, how hashtags, that's why we always say to use one platform and use it properly. So YouTube is probably, I think, the biggest one going forwards. That's the biggest one. It just keeps on growing and growing and growing. And that's like an evergreen platform. That's why we do all our podcasts on YouTube, as an example now. But in terms of competition, yes, it's rife. Everyone's doing the same thing. Everyone's posting the same sorts of reels. Everyone's posting the same sorts of how-to videos, right? Everything is the same. So therefore, you've got to be ultra competitive. Therefore, you've got to stand out. So if everyone's doing the same social media videos, you've got to then focus as well to stand out even more, to elevate your brand, your business, by getting the website, getting the search content, and being more than just every other influencer out there.
Mm. So in terms of how Fit Pros can use SEO, obviously we've talked about this, but we'll mention it again. You've got to be found. You got to make sure you're targeting the right clients. Is that right?
Yeah. So in terms of like a really good example is us at Cricket Matters. So obviously Cricket Matters is all about health and fitness for cricket players, right? We've niched down so much to become that niche. We are a health and fitness company for cricket players, helping them to perform better. That's what we want to focus on. Before it was like everyday athletes over 30, then everyone did over 30. So you've got to find your niche. Who are you working for? Is it in a specific location? I think we've taken a couple of clients on recently around the Liverpool area, where they're working for people over 50 in the Liverpool area. So that's a very specific niche. Only people over 50 in Liverpool. What is your niche? Narrow your message down and service those people, because if you go too broad, you'll hit nobody. You're going to be almost like sniper-esque like in terms of your content.
Yeah, I was talking to one of our members, Frizzo, about this actually recently, saying, because he was trying to nail his client avatar down. And he was like talking about the busy professional and stuff like that. And he was sort of initially targeting like busy professionals, 25 to 60. And I was like, whoa, that's massive. And it was something we mentioned when we, years back, when was it? I don't know, 2017, was it, James, when we first started the everyday athlete and fit over 30? No one was doing it back then. Now everyone's doing it. Fit over 30, fit over 40, fit over 50. So you really have to, again, really got to narrow it down more so than ever now.
Absolutely, and really niche down, because everyone's doing it. Everyone's getting more savvy. The young kids, the young pups coming through, they're all more savvy on digital marketing. Therefore, we have to be more savvy too.
Yep, absolutely. Kind of mentioned this before, quality backlinks and on your fitness blogs. Remind us what that's all about.
Yeah, so again, when you're mastering SEO and understanding the essential strategies you need to do, so like we've got to focus on two things. Who's your target audience? Who's your message? What's your market, right? We've then got to create a fast website that allows people to find you properly and also allows people to read the content on it. Then, once you start creating this idea and this message and this image of who you want to be, you've got to show to Google that you're trustworthy. Therefore, creating backlinks to your website is essential. You want to get for example, like the newspapers, the Times, the New York Times, the Washington Post, all these type of papers. If you can get a link from their website to yours, it shows you're a trustworthy expert in your field. So therefore, Google ranks you higher. It'll help you get found, and yada yada. It's a cool. It's like a referral program of trust, basically.
Andrew, what would your advice be in terms of SEO for Fit Pros? No, this isn't exactly your area. This is more James. But what would you advise?
Lean into your personality, I think, as well, because James was saying quite rightly that if you go onto any social media platform, everybody's copying each other. So we're always big on if everybody zigs, you zag. But I think that you can really amplify your voice by leaning into your personality, because there's one you, and if you've got strengths, albeit you're better on video, then go all in on video. If you're better on podcasts, non-video podcasts, do that. If you're a better writer, then craft some compelling blog posts, because all of these elements will enable you to be found. So it's lean into your strengths, but equally lean into your personality, I think, is key.
Love it. Fantastic. James, would you say that SEO is a marathon, not a sprint? You've got to be consistent.
Well, yes and no, right? Yes and no. I think, as we've proven with some of our clients, if you choose the right content, you can get ranked high quickly, fast. Quickly, fast, does that make sense? Doesn't make sense at all.
Fast.
You can get
Fast.
your content ranked fast. And Sam Attard is probably our number one client right now in terms of doing this. She just we say, do this. She goes and does it. And she's got all her content, except for one, which we had a good little session on the hot seat a couple of days ago talking about this. But the blogs we've asked her to go and write, they've ranked number one. Then we had a blog post that was a bit broad in a topic that's, as to what it's intermittent fasting. It's a broad topic with lots of other people talking about it.
Very competitive, isn't it? Yeah.
So we try and help her niche down a little bit to try and drive more people to it. But the point is yeah, it is technically a marathon, because you'll build up more people coming to your website over time, but it can be a mini sprint if you get it right too. So it is more marathon than sprint, but it depends. But it is definitely the long-term play, because you may get a good hit with one blog post, but if you had 30, 40, 50 blogs all driving traffic to your website, think how many leads that is coming to your site every month.
Exactly, all about organic traffic, isn't it? Cool. Quickly, James, then, before we wrap up, could you summarize the key elements for mastering SEO for Fit Pros?
Yeah, so basically they should be implementing SEO as part of their marketing strategy. That means getting a fast website, getting a website that tells them, clearly defines their message. You then create helpful content that will allow you to be found and get searched by people. And then you've got to think about creating backlinks to your website so people can see you as an authority, and Google can see you as an authority to help you rank higher up the charts. So while everybody's on social media is doing the same stuff, you've now got to go one step above them and go, right, I'm going to create a website to back up my social media strategy to help get found. And that's how you grow your fitness business. And think of it more like a marathon, but you can be mini sprints every now and then too.
Cool. All roads leads to Rome, as they say, which is your website. That is it for today. Please don't forget to rate, review, and subscribe. And if you want help getting more clients or patients, or indeed help with your website, then book in for your free 15-minute strategy call with us by going to strengthmanners.com/strategy.